All right. I think we're live. I think. We'll see. We'll see. What is up to my VOD watchers? There's a few of you out there. Thank you. Uh, you guys don't get the credit that you deserve because I often don't appreciate you as much as I should. And I really should, in my opinion, because you guys are more of the backbone of this community than you know. Because most of the time, the streams don't get that much, but the VOD surprisingly does, which is nice. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome. But anyway, let me go ahead and I'm gonna share this on Twitter. Rating my followers. Whoops. Followers. Waifus. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. All right. Okay. What is up? Sorry, that was loud. I clapped right into the mic. I'm so sorry. What is up, everybody? We are going to be doing something really fun tonight, in my opinion. We are going to be rating your guys' waifus. Now, earlier today, I asked you guys I asked my followers on Twitter to give me their anime waifus, their favorite best girls. And now we are going to go through and see what they came up with. Hello, Zulu. It's been a while since I've seen you comment on some streams. But we have some interesting ones, some ones that I agree with, some that I have no clue who they are, and some that I disagree with. So we're going to get into all of those. So I think it'll be kind of fun. I'm also going to move my camera slightly over here. Yeah. Oh, here. Pop that I got. I guess while we're... Here's a Kit Kat wrapper that I got. I guess while we're waiting for some people to get in here, we'll just open up this little fella because... I'll be honest, his live would not do, or his short would not do that well. Hello. Welcome in. We're going to get going here in just a minute. I'm going to let some people join in here, and while we're waiting, we're going to open up this little pop here that I bought, and it's all glittery. You can see him there. He's all glittery. I don't know about that. They've made a bunch of these, and I'm not a big fan of them. But he's the only anime one that they've done this way, which is, I mean, it's fitting for his character, but I'm not a fan of it. But anyway, welcome in, everybody. We are going to get going here in just a moment. But yeah, pretty neat. We'll look at him later in the next week, because next week we're going to be doing the recap for what I bought this month, which is surprisingly not that much. But anyway. Also, next week, we're going to be reviewing and ranking my top 100 or my first 100 anime. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, without any further ado, because we have quite a few of these. I think we've got about 50 of them. So we're going to go ahead and get into them. And feel free to ask questions. I don't really ask for super chats, but unless it's like a really interesting question tonight, probably won't be getting to it, but if you do ask a super chat or whatever, I'll be sure to take time for that. So if you want to, but don't need to. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's see how I do this here. Is it this one? It is this one. Okay. So here is, I have put all of them into this message chat here. So we'll look at these as we go. But we will start off at the top here. And this is from, I'll just kind of show them off here. And I will be honest, I have forgotten her name. Kamuri. Kamuri. So this is the girl from Slow Start. She is, I mean, she's cute, and that's one good thing about her. It got 52 likes. Give her a like. It's a very cute character. I do like her dynamic with one of the other characters in the show. I do like that a lot. Slow Start was one of my first ones. We're going to be grading them out of a scale from 1 to 10. I think that's fair. So, 1 to 10 for her. I feel like we should do more of a, not only do we do like, we should do like a attractiveness meter, and we should do like a good character meter and balance them out. Because in a good character meter, like, she is like probably like a 6, to be honest. But in cuteness, I mean, she's like a 9. So let's go with a solid, because it got 50 whatever likes here, let's just give her an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I think that's fair. What is up, Roto Flow? Sorry. Did I miss any waifus, and how do I submit one? So we are past submitting it for this time. This probably won't be the last time that I do it. So if you want to submit for next time, feel free. But you can find out how to submit by following me on Twitter or X, and then we have not missed any so far. Wow, this is the first one up here. Metal Chrome X, thank you for the super chat here. Thank you for the $6.69. Nice. Okay, now this one. Here we go. This is one I agree with here. Okay, so this is Lucy from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I am a big, big Lucy fan. Lucy is one of my favorite characters of all time. I love her in that anime. I think they did an incredible job with that anime, and I am so excited for season 2 of that. Now, attractiveness. This is like a 9. And as for a character grade, this is like a 10. I'm gonna be honest. Lucy is fantastic. I love everything about Lucy. Lucy is great. I do want to save those. Are you getting the new Lucy pop-up parade? I think I have it pre-ordered. I hope so. I do have a Lucy. I have 4 Lucy figures if you include a plushie, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know of at least 9 art prints of her that I have. So one of my favorites. We're gonna give her a 9.75 out of 10. 9.75 out of 10. One of my faves. I cannot type tonight. Okay. All right, so this one, this is from Idolmaster, and I will be completely honest. I am not caught up on all of the Idolmaster stuff. We need a freaking Lucy bunny now. I agree. I would buy that so quickly. But I'm not caught up with Idolmaster, to be honest. And I don't really know who this is. I don't know if she's from the original Idolmaster. I don't know, what exactly she's from. But she's cute. She's cute. Tummy. I think that adds a point. Crown. I mean, she's best girl. I can't really grade her on the good character because I don't know who it is, so I'm going to grade her strictly based on attractiveness meter. And I'd say on attractiveness meter, this is like a solid I'm gonna be honest, like an 8. Like an 8. Yeah, let's just go at 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. And we'll give it a like so that they know we saw it. Okay, so I hope this one don't get me in trouble here. So we're not going to stay on it too long here. But this is from the Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat. This is the little girl that loses her memory. And she is very cute in the anime. She's a pretty good character. I don't really love her in that show. But I think overall, she's cute. Character is fine. I'd say cuteness is like a solid 8 out of 10. But character, well, no, cuteness I'd say is more like an 8.5. But character-wise, it's more like a 6. So I'm going to give her a 7.5 out of 10. And we're going to move on, because I don't want to stick on that picture too long. But anyway, moving on here. So this is an interesting picture here, and I'm pretty sure, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm pretty sure like 90% of these, not 90%, that's a bit high, but I'm pretty sure a good amount of these are AI, and I'll be completely honest, I don't feel right to not judge someone's images because they're AI. They may not know they're AI, and then they'll wonder, well, why didn't he grade mine, and why did he grade this other person's? So I'm still going to grade them even if they are AI, and I'm just not going to mention this, but yeah, some of these are AI, so just be aware of that. This is a double post. This is Aisha and Sylphie. These are from Mishoko Tensei. And I'll be honest, I'm going to rate them differently here. So we're going to rate Sylphie first here. So Sylphie, I'm going to be honest here. Character-wise, I think she's a solid, I think she's like an 8 out of 10. I think she's an 8 out of 10. She's fine. Not my favorite. Not my favorite from the series, but she's fine. And attractiveness meter, well, that's kind of, you got a cuteness and a, like, attractiveness thing, because we see her earlier in her life, and then we see her when she becomes a mother later on. So, I think the white hair looks better than the green hair. I mean, just like 7 out of 10, to be honest. I'm not a huge Sylphie fan. Now, Aisha, on the other hand, Aisha is best girl in the show, and Aisha gets a 9 out of 10. I don't really need to explain that, I don't think. So, yeah, Aisha is great, and I think this person agrees. Aisha, Grey Rat Fan Club. All right, moving on here. Now, this is a good one here. This is Aya from Aya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian. I have some figures of her. I have an Android. I have 2 acrylic stands of her. She is great. I love Aya here. Now, here's what I will say. And as you may notice here, down here in the waifu rating thing, I added her big sister here, Masha, because I think Masha is a better girl. While she is great, I love this character. I think she is a great character. I am excited for season 2. I am excited to see what they do with her. Let's be honest. She's not the best girl in the show. She's not. She is like, at best, second best. But I think even then, she is probably third best to even the biggest fans of her, because Masha is great. Masha will get better as the show goes on, from things I know. But another one that we'll talk about later, because I know she's on here, is Yuki, and everybody loves Yuki, so I think she's great. You know, thighs, Russian, so, you know, I mean, I think she's good, but overall, I don't think she's best girl, so I'm going to give her an 8 out of 10. I think she's good, but I don't think she's best girl. So, yeah. Moving on from her. Now, here is one that we can talk about for a minute. We got Marin here. Now, My Dress Up Darling, Season 2, just ended. And I think everybody can agree Marin is a top-tier waifu. The only people that disagree are the people that just want to ignore the fact that this is peak waifu here. She's even included in our little thing down here. So you know that I thought she fit this description. Now, whenever it comes to Marin here, I think she's absolutely fantastic. She is a great character in all forms. She is fantastic. Marin is just great in pretty much every way. Now, personal rating. Personal rating. I think she's fine, and I think she is a really solid character. I think it would be wrong of me in a waifu rating to rate her lower than a 9 out of 10. Let's be honest. But personal opinion, she's probably like an 8.5. So I'm going to give her a 9 out of 10, but she's just not my favorite. And that's nothing against Marin. I think Marin is a very attractive character. I think Marin definitely fits the waifu thing. She's very, cute whenever it comes to this personality and everything. I think she's just great overall. So I don't have a problem with Marin at all. 1 second here. I want to change something really quick here. I need to change something with the live stream. 1 second. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm coming. Okay, back to it. So, let's go ahead and let's talk about the rest of these here. What is up, guys? I know I'm missing a few on the chat here, but we've got a lot. There's a lot here. I do like doing these. Yeah, Nezukova's here. I put her in the back there, so she's in the frame. But I do like doing this type of thing. I really like doing the different, like interacting with viewers and everything. I thought this would be something pretty fun, so we might do something more like this in the future. But Skylar, since I'm going to pause here, I'll say it. Have I seen Demon Slayer Infinity Castle yet? I have. There is a review up on the channel if you want to go see it, or go bookmark it and then come back to it whenever the video or this stream's done. But it is up on the channel if you want to go check it out. I took Nezuko with me to the movies, so you can go check that out if you're interested. But yeah, you can go watch that after this if you want to. And anyway, also, I'm going to be kind of going through these quickly. Once again, I'm not going to be looking at all the messages tonight, but I do appreciate all of you here. And if you do want to bring up something or whatever, you can do a 5-cent super chat, and it'll pop up. It'll be colorful, and I can see what it actually is. So if you want to do that, feel free, but you're not required to. But anyway, let's move on here. Nanahoshi from Mishoko Tensei. Okay, now I'm gonna be honest. I'm behind on this, but I'm pretty sure this is the girl from like the season 1 of not season 1, like the epilogue thing of season 2. Pretty sure this is her. And she's the one that is kind of like down bad for Sylphie, if I remember right. And personally, I think she's fine. I don't remember a lot about her because I still have not finished season 2, but I think she was good. I'm going to say a 7 out of 10. Feet at a half a point. So yeah, moving on. Okay. Why is this one not showing up? Did I miss something? Black Rock Shooter, the game. I don't want to click on this one. Okay. So, we're gonna just judge this character. I have no clue who this is. So, this is from, I assume, Black Rock Shooter, specifically Stella. I assume this is Stella. Stella is cute. Stella has cool hair. Stella has cool boots. I don't know a lot about Stella, though. So, I mean, cuteness, yeah, it's there. So, 6.75 out of 10. All right, that's fair. That's fair. When will tickets be available for Dragon Maid? Getting concerned, isn't it out? October 20th. So the Dragon Maid movie is out in Japan in October. It is not out in the US. It is probably going to be first of the year when that is out. So, yeah. Yeah, 6, 7. Mugen Train to better than Infinity Castle? Disagree. I was not that big of a Mugen Train fan. Now this is Yui from K-On! I love Yui. Yui's great. Now I personally, she's not on the list. She's not on this list, but I am more of an Azusa fan myself. I just prefer the twin tails. I prefer, Azusa a little bit better, but I do appreciate Yui quite a bit. So we're gonna give her canonically has a smaller chest than her sister. Does that degrade points or does that add points? She can play the guitar. She can sing. I'm feeling an 8.5. I think that's fair. All right, moving on here. Crunchyroll announced newly monthly movie nights, and Dragon Maid is the first one on October 20th. Oh, well, dang. How about that? Chainsaw Man tickets aren't out yet. And what's that? Like the 20th, not 20th, like the second week of October? It's soon. I know that Chainsaw Man's coming because I want to get the Puchita bot, like the popcorn bucket. So, when does Chainsaw Man come out? Hang on. Chainsaw Man movie. Let's see here. No tickets yet. October 24th. Okay. So like first of the week will be Dragon Maid, and then second half of the week will be Chainsaw Man. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Chainsaw Man is October 24th. How about that? Yeah, I did get the Shinobu cup from Demon Slayer, but these were sold out by the time I left. I went to the very first showing, and they had all of them in stock whenever I was there, and by the time that I left, they had none, and they didn't have any popcorn buckets. So I'm hoping that my theater has some Puchitas. But anyway, back to this. I don't know who this is. I have no clue who this is. I assume this is who this is. Hiyajo Maho. Cute. She looks a bit depressed. Cool hoodie. Neat hair. 7 out of 10. No. 6.5 out of 10. I just don't know anything about her. Man didn't get a chance at Cup. Yeah, that sucks. Moving on. Okay. I don't know if we should stay on this image very long either. Swim, swim, Aya Hakanagi from Magical Girl Racing Project. Cute. Has got these little tails. Feet. Thighs. Hair. Pink hair girl. I don't know. I have no clue who this is, so I'm going on attractiveness again. I'm feeling like a 7.5. Where is Chizuru? No one said Chizuru. So these are all people that they did say. So, except for Masha, but all of these were people that we will rate. So, unfortunately, no Chizuru. No Ruka either. All right. Best woman in anime. Okay. Well, tank top or sports bra, either one. Ponytail. Kind of tan, it looks like. Cleavage. I don't know who this is. They didn't even tell me who this was. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 19. Yeah, I just don't know anything about her. Some of these I'm not going to have anything to say about, so. Glad Crunchyroll is doing these monthly movie nights because it gives me hope that lesser-known IP movies will get a theatrical release, even if it's one day. Hopefully like Zombieland Saga movie. Yeah, I don't know. I know that Crunchyroll and apparently Musume has like a conflict going on, but I'd love if they put out the that new movie in theaters. Okay. I would suggest Mugi, but I am legitimately curious about other best girl, Kotori Itsuka. So I assume that this is... I don't know who this is. She's doing a little heart thing here with her breast. Also thighs. Thighs. I mean, she's cute. Twin tails. Red hair. I don't know anything about her. So I'm judging strictly based on looks here. I'm going to give her an 8 out of 10. Not an 8.10. 8 out of 10. But yeah, I just don't know anything about her. A lot of these I just won't know. Like this one, I know who this is. I don't know anything about her though. But I know that she is a very attractive character. So, peak. She's got like mommy vibes going on here. Let's give her an 8 out of 10. I feel like she's definitely an 8 out of 10. And probably would be higher if I knew who she was. Alright. Another one that we don't know who. She doesn't get near the love she deserves. Hikari Hokari. I do not know who this is from. This looks like a older anime. But I don't know who she is or what she's from. What is this? What is this? No one commented. And it got 1 like. Joe. Joe, who is this? I know it's Akari, but what does she do? Who is she? She's kind of bland, so I'm gonna give her a 6 out of 10. I don't dislike her because I don't know her, but I mean design's kind of bland, so I'm gonna give her a 6 out of 10. I did not check this next one here. Let me make sure that I can show this one. Yeah, I can show this one. Okay. Revi. I don't know. She's got some tattoos. Gun. Ripped shorts. a backpack, red hair. She looks like a discount Laura Croft. This guy has a cigarette. This man is burned. I don't know who this is. I'm going to be honest. It didn't even get a like. I'm so sorry. It's got a like now. But I'm going to give her a 6 out of 10 because she's not really that compelling to me, and I don't know what she's from. I feel like we're getting some meh ones here in a row. We're fixing that. We're fixing that. Shampoo from Ranma. Shampoo's great. This is a fantastic character. I love Shampoo. I love Shampoo so, so much. I am so excited to see more of her in the remake here in a couple weeks. Or not a couple weeks. In January. But I love Shampoo. Shampoo is great. I love the hair. I think it's such a unique character design, especially for the time. And all her dresses look really nice. She's got a cute face. And somehow, I think Ranma specifically, especially with the main three, with Shampoo, Akane, and then Ranma herself, or himself, I think they all are able to make unique designs. Like, Ranma is kind of like a tomboy, but not. And then Shampoo is a very feminine girl. And then Akane is kind of like a shy type girl. They're all unique, and I like that. You know, it's not they all feel like they're the same character. They do feel different, and I am a big fan of Shampoo. Shampoo is probably my favorite character from the show. We're going to give her a 9 out of 10. Easy. Easy 9 out of 10 for Shampoo there. Almost added her to the thumbnail, but I didn't. Now here we go. I don't know who this is, but it's Noi from Doro Hedoro. All right. So quite busty, quite muscly, white hair. I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, Akane shy type. What I mean by that is Akane is tomboy, but she's not tomboy in the same way that Ranma is. Ranma is tomboy in the fact that she does not care, like, to me, a tomboy is like, doesn't really care if they're being feminine. Doesn't really care if they're being ladylike. Ranma does not care 90% of the time. Akane does have like a standard that she tries to live up to, but she does some boyish things, which to me is not as much of a tomboy, but more of a I have boy hobbies. Does that make sense? I think, yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion. Hey man, what waifu did I miss? Let's rate this one and I'll show you some of the other ones. This is not my type. I'm going to be completely honest. I have no clue who this character is, so I'm going to rate her basically just on the design here. And it is not a bad design. Character design, it's a pretty cool design, to be honest. I don't know who this character is, but I think she looks cool. However, this is not my type of girl, especially in a waifu rating. If I was honest, this is like a 5 out of 10. I'm going to be honest. But I don't mean that in a bad way that I think this is a bad looking character design. I just think this is not my type of character. But anyway. Yeah. Lowest one so far, unfortunately. Oh, we've got Shampoo, we've got Brevi, we've got Hikari, we've got Misato, Kotori, best woman in anime. Don't know who she is, but yeah. Ayana, Hijio, Yui, Black Rock Shooter, And Nana. Also, I know Cloudy is in the chat, and he was upset with my rating for at 7.5. But I cannot go any higher. We got Marin, we got Aya, Aisha, and Sophie. Girl from Hentai Prince and a Stony Cat, Makoto, Lucy, and then Kamu. So anyway, let's move on down. And let's see what we're working with next here. She's very, what did Kotori get? Kotori got, I think I gave her an 7.5? 8. Yeah. I just don't know her, so that's why I gave her that. This disc. I'm guessing Marin got 9. She did get a 9. Samugi from, or Sugumi. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a good enough. This is not a good enough picture for me to get a good rating for it. This is not saying this is a bad character. I don't know anything about her, so I'm going purely based on attractiveness, and I'm not really feeling it. I don't know what this is here. I don't know if this is like a mic. I don't know if this is like robotics or whatever, but I don't get to see enough of their lower half here. All I see is this, and all I see is this. The eyes don't do enough for me here, so I'm gonna have to give this one another 5 out of 10. Can't see enough. So that's just my opinion there. Bro, how long have you been watching? How do you have a hard time? Look, all right, I am a country guy from Kentucky. I have a hard enough time with the English language. the Japanese is not going to come easy to me. But anyway, so we have Rika here. Now, I love her. I love this character. This character is fantastic. She's one of my favorite characters of all time. I think overall her character is just, it's fantastic. Oh, you're also from Kentucky. There you go. But she's great. Also, she's got underrated, and this image does not do it justice. She's got underrated thighs. I really like this character. This kind of does it. But she's a great character. I think attractiveness is great. I think personality, I think this GIF tells you everything you need to know. But yeah, I think the movie and the series is great. I'm going to give her a 9 out of 10. I think she's great. Alrighty. Now you can see here, we're still very high up. Alright. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. You told me nothing. Dog? Dog ears? Is this a dog girl? She's got exposed shoulders. That's worth a point. I assume from Blue Archive. I assume. I don't know. I'm gonna give her a 6.5 out of 10. Don't know enough. So, yeah, sorry. All right. Just tummy. This is just a tummy. Rescale figure are so expensive now. Yeah, they are. Maria. I'm not gonna pronounce that. From, yeah. This is just a gif of her breast. There's this little diamond that comes in and slams into him. Okay. Cat girl, maybe? She is about to slap me. Here. That's a butt. SpongeBob, what you doing down there? honestly, out of all 4 of these pictures, I do believe this is probably the safest one for me to show. I don't know. I honestly don't know. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Also, did the stream just have an issue? Because I dropped from like 20 viewers down to like 5. Are we still doing fine? That's the only thing with this streaming setup here that I've got going on right now. It does not tell me. Also, did the stream? Okay, hang on. Okay. I guess we're fine. Let me know if we ever have problems, because I cannot see anything right now with my current setup. But I assume the stream's doing fine. It's going back up now, so I don't know. Maybe I dropped for a few seconds there. I have no idea. Anyway, moving on here. We have the next girl here. Kyoko. We have some gifts here we can check out. She is from Yuri. Bro knew what he was doing, posting this. Here's the thing. I did have to eliminate some because they were inappropriate to show on stream. But people are going to be rage quitting at the ratings, which I expected. I expected that. But I did not expect it to go from 20 to 5 in like 2 seconds. That just worried me. I'll be honest. From the Yuri cast here, I am... she's not my favorite. She's not my favorite. I do like Akarin. I like the 2 girls that are simping over one another, but fighting over one another all the time. I like the pink-haired girl. But she's really cute. I do like whenever she's like, she walks in and she's like, Merry Christmas. And then they're like, Christmas is a week away. I've used that gift like 4 years in a row. Character-wise, she's great. Cuteness is a little bit down. Yeah, I have no clue why it dropped and the next one gone back up. But anyway, I'm going to give her an 8.5. I think she's great. To the new people joining here, if you want to submit something, it is a little bit late today, but follow me on Twitter, and you can do that next week. This girl's a troublemaker. Like, yeah, pretty much. Elma appears on this list twice now, I'm realizing. Elma's also way down here. But we'll rate her twice. I really like Elma. I think Elma is an underrated girl from Dragon Maid. I think Elma is probably my second favorite girl from the show. I like Lulu the best. But I think overall she's a great girl. I think attractiveness is probably as close as you can get to a 10, really, in my opinion. But yeah, I think she's great. And yeah, 9 out of 10. Solid girl there. We'll do it again here when we see her in a little bit. Now, Yuki here. Yuki. I have a love-hate relationship with Yuki. Because on one hand, Yuki is really fun. Yuki's a really fun character. She's kind of like a... I don't want to say she's the first to do this kind of character archetype, but she's you know, one of the original ones. And she's done really well. Now, here's what I'll say. I like her better in the main show than I do in the spinoff. So I'm not going to be judging her spinoff, because I think her spinoff kind of sucks. But in this show, I think she's fine. There's another girl from this show we'll talk about here in a second that is way better than her. I think she's a solid 7 out of 10. Gonna be honest. Now, speaking of a good character, Haruhi. Now, Haruhi is great. I'm not going to stay on this image for very long, but Haruhi is fantastic. I love Haruhi. Haruhi is great. We're going to give Haruhi a solid 9 out of 10. I feel like any less than Haruhi, you're doing her wrong. You just can't do any less than that for Haruhi. Now, Taiga. We're getting some good ones now. Taiga's a great character. This was my second ever anime. Toradora was my second anime. And she's great. I don't think she probably wouldn't be in my top 100 now. But for a while she was. And I really liked her. She's not my favorite from the show. I think Ami's a little bit better. But I do like Taiga from Toradora. Let's give her an 8 out of 10. Let's give her an 8 out of 10. I think that's fair. We have Arisu. There's no alt here for me to figure out what she's from. This didn't tell me anything either. I don't know where you're from, but you're very cute. 7 out of 10. Don't know anything about her. Also, my mouth is really dry. All right. I'm going to have to get a drink here in a minute. All right. This is like a 4-pack here. We've got Chica, which I don't think we've got a lot of Love Live girls. So if you want to recommend a Love Live girl for next time, feel free. Message me on Twitter. You can go find me there, and we'll do it next time. But Chica from Love Live, I think, is not the weakest. Well, I used to say Honoka and Kanan were my two favorite. They're my two favorite leads. And then Aimu and Chica were kind of side by side. But Aimu's kind of grown on me lately. So Chica's not really 7.5 out of 10 for Chica. Now, I assume this is now. That's kinky. I don't know who she is. She's from My Hime. 7 out of 10. Don't know anything about her. Now I know I've seen this before. I've seen clips of this. Let's give her .5. I think as a waifu, she's not that much. And this one, same thing. This is not a waifu in my opinion. This is just this is probably a really good character, but as far as a waifu, not so much. Give it a 5.5 out of 10. Because I can see it, the possibilities here, but it is not my type of waifu. Give it a like. All right, moving on. Akeno? Oh. I did not know this was a gift. Thank goodness it was not inappropriate. That would have been bad. Oh gosh. Kind of looks like the Crucial Coil was made 25 years ago. Yeah. That has been like, I used to have a list on my phone of stuff that I was like, I want to watch this. And she was on that list. But then I never got around to that, and I stopped updating that list. Yeah. This GIF, I don't think she's wearing any other clothes other than this apron, so we're going to give her a 7.5 out of 10, and we're going to move on so that this GIF will not be in my screen anymore. Sir, I am. All right, so Popcorn here. Popcorn here gave me a ton. There's more here, I know. Yeah. Popcorn, I apologize. I am not going to go through all of your submissions. But I will do the first 4 here. I'll do the first 4. So, we have Shinoa. I don't know what she's from. But Akano too, though. I don't know anything about her. From Akano. Do you know what? I'm gonna give her like a. I just like this character does not do much for me. Like right now, I'm not getting enough out of her. 6 out of 10. Now Mary, I know Mary. I've watched this anime. I've watched Grimgar. It's a solid show. I enjoyed it. It's kind of a little bit slow for my taste, but it's fine. Mary's not my favorite character from the show. I think the red-haired girl is better. So probably like a 7.5. I think she's a better character than she is good looking. Stella here, I think most people probably know Stella. Even though I've not watched the show, I know what Stella is. And she's an attractive character, but I don't really know anything about her, so. And then Toge here. I enjoy her. She is actually one of my favorites. I like her a lot. I enjoy her quite a bit. I like her ribbon. 9 out of 10. He will not be happy with these ratings. I will tell you that now. But that's okay. That is okay. Tessa. We have Tessa here from Full Metal Panic. Yeah, I'm not going to open that image. Tessa is really pretty. I really like this image. This image is very pretty. It's not as bad as I thought. Yeah, I like the eyes quite a bit. I think they're very pretty. I also like this image I don't like as much. These 3 look better, especially these 2. They look better than this one. These, she kind of looks different and looks more like elegant than this one. This one does not. But I'm going to judge her based on these 3 because I have no clue who I've not watched this anime. But as for a rating for her, I like her a lot. Even though I don't know much about her, I do think she's very pretty. 8.5. Did I like that? I did. All right, here's a good one. We got Mai here. Now, I like Mai's character. I think Mai is great. I think Mai is probably the best character in that show. Mai used to be my favorite girl in anime, like period. And I think that's still probably in my top 50. I don't know if she's in my top 25 anymore, but she's still probably in my top 50. And I think she's worth a 9.9 out of 10. I don't think I can go any higher than that, but she's definitely a 9 out of 10. Now, we got a Demon Slayer girl here. We got Mitsuri. Now, personally, I do have the big Mitsuri up there. But I did pick the Shinobu cut because Shinobu's probably my best girl from Demon Slayer. Sorry. Ow, no. I kind of like Nezuko. Nezuko I like in a different type of way. Shinobu's best waifu, but Nezuko's a great, girl and great character. But Mitsuri, definitely 8.5 out of 10. A solid character. All right. We have Sakura Mato from Fate series. Oh, it's her. I've seen this picture before. She's very pretty. 8 out of 10. See, I've watched like 300 anime, and somehow you guys find all the anime that I have not watched. But anyway, Daki best waifu, I agree. I agree. I met Mitsuri, Kira Buckland. I need to meet Mitsuri's, or Kira. She is one of the few that I have not met to put onto my big flame. Yui here from Delubru. I like this figure. This figure is nice. I like the way that they split the legs here. This is a nice figure. I'm not going to judge the character. I'm strictly going to judge this figure, and this figure is great. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Okay, let's get a hot take here. Miku is worst girl. Miku's worst girl. And I'm going to be completely honest. I don't have any qualms in saying that. Miku is a fine character, and I have no real problems with her. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm going to rate her an 8 out of 10. Because no quintuplet is a bad girl. But Miku is not best girl. Miku is 5th best girl. The other 4 are better. She's an 8 out of 10. But the other quints are better. I know we have one of them, at least one of them, in this thing. And we'll talk more about that when we get to her. But Miku is not best girl. Now that's a hot take. That's the worst quintuplet take. Here's the thing. Look, we'll get to it. We'll talk more about it when we get to the other one. But Miku has the least interesting story. Has anyone watched that new anime from the creator of Rent a Girlfriend? The Shinuji Family Children or whatever? So there's the girl that, there's the littlest sister, Kotono. She's the least interesting character because her whole personality for a while is, I am very open with my feelings. And there's nothing really else to her character. Miku for like half the story, and that all they make her do is that she is in love with the main character. If you're gonna make a good, interesting character, the fact that they love the protagonist should be a side story. For Miku, that is half of her story, so it's not that interesting. But anyway, we'll talk more about that when we get to the other one. All right. Ri equals L. She's very cute. I can't see enough of her to really get a good rating, but she looks cute. This little head bob is cute. Cute anime gif. Yeah, I mean, she's cute. 7. I haven't watched the show, but Miku is my favorite because this is the one that wears pantyhose. And that's fair. That's a fair judgment. Okay. Now here we got Yuki. So we have the other girl from I Sometimes Hide Your Feelings in Russian. Let's be honest. This is best girl. This is best girl material in every form. Yes. Is she kind of a lunatic? Is she kind of like you might wake up and you don't have your kidneys? Yeah. Yeah, that's possible. But at the same time, like look at this. This is the face of someone that you'll wake up and she'll be like, hey, big brother, I stole your kidney last night. But at the same time, you just got to look at her and be like, you know what? I'm fine with that. You know, do you want the other one? This is best girl. Even though this is best girl. But this is probably second best girl. And I like this scene because she obviously is jealous of Aya's size difference there. But anyway, Yuki is a solid 9 out of 10. By the way, Masha's just not on this list. She would get a 9.5. I do think she has a cool, like, alt personality. I assume you mean Yuki, and if so, yes, I agree. I agree that Yuki's got a great, like, split personality, and I like that quite a bit. Okay, Taki here. I don't know how long I can stay on this image. Let's scroll up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Taki. Here she is. I've made it quite obvious that I enjoy this character. She's one of my favorites. I enjoy that they made the sequel of her where she's a mom. It's a great character. Overall, I like her quite a bit. I think there is probably 5 characters that I would give a 10 out of 10. And I think she's one of them. I think she's one of them. We're going to give a 10 out of 10. That's our first 10 of the night. Okay. I don't know if these are 3 separate characters. Wendy Marvel. No, this is one character. These look like different characters. I don't... Are these... Can someone tell me, are these the same character or are these different characters? I think these are all different characters. But they didn't list anything. Are these the same character? And they're just designed differently? Because this one has straight hair with these little cat ear things. This one has no cat ears, and this looks like it's purple hair. This is like blue hair. It's all the same character? Why is her hair purple? And why here does she have ribbons? I'm so mixed. Oh, different ability. Okay. Wendy Marvel is from Fairy Tail. Okay, well that makes sense. This Wendy is like an 8 out of 10. I like that design. This Wendy, I have no idea. I think that's a foot, so 7 out of 10. This Wendy I like quite a bit. Let's just, for simplicity's sake, let's just average them out, kind of. And let's do a 7 out of 10. 7.5. Did I like that one? I did not. Alright, another big form of them. That's her dragon form, and this gift is after the time skip. These are different arcs. Honestly, I think you'd be into Fairy Tail. There's probably a lot of them that I'd be into, to be honest. Hollow from Spice and Wolf. I do have a figure of her. I need to watch this anime. Hollow, I enjoy Hollow's character quite a bit. I know a little bit about her. I don't know enough to really give a good character rating on her, but I do like her character quite a bit. Let's give her an 8 out of 10. Belindia. Oh, her. She's very pretty. I like that character design quite a bit. Let's give a 8 out of 10 to that as well. Now, I'm going to be honest. Fruit Baskets is the type of anime that I feel like I would enjoy, but I cannot bring myself to watch it. Simply because I'm not interested in this character design. I just can't bring myself to really like that character design. But I've heard a lot of good things. So they have it spelled like this, Touru, but isn't it Trhru? Yeah, that's what you guys are saying. Isn't this her name? Isn't that how you spell it? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll wait for one of you guys to correct me, but I'm going to give her a 7 out of 10. And Hori. Hori's great. 8.5 out of 10. Oh, nope. Oh, okay, yeah, I thought this was right. All right, moving on. I met Laura Bailey, voice of Toru. Lovely person. I've been at a con that she was at, but I have never met her. All right, we've got Patrick here, and Patrick has got us with a Love Live girl with Ruby here. Now, I like Ruby. Ruby is one of my favorite Love Live girls. I love her character, and I think she is wasted in the Yohane sequel. Because here's my problem with Ruby. In the anime, it perfectly set up Ruby to be the leader in the next generation. Same way they did Rin in School Idol Project, and they did basically did Kineko with Superstar. They made this group is going to graduate, this group will be the next generation, and this will be the center. They definitely were setting it up so that Ruby was going to be the center. And then Yohane, excuse me, I'm going to have to get a drink. Yohane got really popular, and then what they did is they just put Yohane in the center. And it made no sense. And it does not work for Yohane because Yohane is a better side character than she's a better lead. Anyway, 9 out of 10 for Ruby there. Maria here, this is peak character design. I'm going to skip away from that one, but that's peak character design. Maria, good gosh. Maria, 9 out of 10, simply for character design. Now, Nino. We got to talk about some Nino here. Let's talk about Nino for a second. So Nino is another quintessential quintuplet, and we're going to talk about Nino. So Miku is worst girl, and Nino is third best girl. And I don't think any of the other ones are on this list, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Itsuki's best girl, Yotsuba's second best girl, Nino, Ichika, Gap, Miku. I think all of them are good except for Miku. I think Miku's fine, but I think all the other girls are better. Nino is fine. Only reason that I don't like her as much is because I think the other two girls have better stories. I think Itsuki's a great character overall, and I think Yotsuba has a good character arc at the end. Now, what makes her and Miku the best is if you ship them. And in that case, yes, 10 out of 10 ship. Nino is great. But Nino is a 8.75 out of 10. Now, Arisa from Bang Dream, I don't know anything about her, but she's quite cute. We're going to give her an 8 out of 10 for Arisa. No, I don't like Miku. Miku is not one of my favorites. Elma, we have already ranked, so I'm going to go ahead and skip her. If you want to see the art, there you go. They got it from this great source, Reddit. Nore from Blackheart here. Well, we have Tummy, we have Twin Tails, we have Thighs, we have Bubble Shoes. Yeah. Kind of like with some of the other ones, I just don't know enough about them. But the character design is nice. We'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think that's fair. If I knew more about them, I'd be more willing to give them higher, but... As an old Frickly? I'm kind of like this. I don't know what that means. I'll show a classic. Okay. Be honest. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. Please tell me who this is. She's very cute. I think this is adorable. I don't know who this is, but she's adorable. I'm gonna give her an 8 out of 10, and I don't even know who she is. But thank you for being an old Brickley. You served your purpose. We're going back to the basics, yeah. I should have divided these up in characters that I knew. Kyoka? She would destroy my head with these thighs. Nice hair. In terms of waifu, she's quite nice. So I'm going to give her an 8 out of 10. Nagi. Oh, it's Nagi. We're reaching the end. So this is Nagi from Ruri Rocks. I'm watching this anime right now. This was one of the anime that I didn't end up watching as it came out. I decided to go back and rewatch it, or not rewatch it, but watch it as like in one big chunk. And I am watching it right now. She is fantastic. I love her so much. I love this whole anime a lot. I thought I would like it, but I didn't expect to like it as much as I have. And seeing some geologists talk about it and saying that it is very good, that makes me like it even more. Personally, I like the blonde girl a little bit better, but I think she's fine. Let me give her an 8.5 out of 10. I like her quite a bit. And she's very well endowed. Makoto. Alright. I'm going to give a hot take here. I never finished Persona 5, but I did get introduced to her. I'm going to be honest. I never liked her character. Never did. Never did. I couldn't get into her. Not my cup of tea. And looks like we have just a couple more here. And we have Asuka. Look. I've not watched this anime. I've not watched it yet. I plan to soon. This is one of the best designed characters in anime. Like, let's be honest. This is one of the best designed characters in all of anime. Like, you cannot, I can't even deny this. Like, this is a 9 out of 10, and I don't even know who this is. I mean, I know who this is, but, I mean, she's just great. She is fantastic design. This is peak waifu. What the heck is happening with my viewer count? Oh. My computer's saying hello. Hold on 1 second. Let me look at something real quick. Hold on. I had to send a message. I was 10 out of 10 in my book. I was like, read more. All right, so I feel like whenever I watch it, I will decide who I like best out of this show. But for now, it's probably her. All right, we have two. No, it was I just respond to somebody. All right, we got two in this one. We got Lena, which this is adorable. And then we got her. So this is adorable, pretty. So in terms of adorableness, I like Lena. She's very, adorable, cute. She seems kind of fun. I'm going to give her a 7 out of 10, though. But as for Oi, 8 out of 10. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. And then we actually did already talk about Nino. I thought we didn't have Nino, but there you go. And yes, last one. Grade Emmy Iroko, my mascot character, and my daughter Waifu. I assume this is an original character then? Oh, quite. Okay, this one's fine. Okay. So obviously, a little bit of AI. That's going to be a little bit controversial with some of you, and that's fine. I mean, overall, she's cute. She's very busty, got thighs, everything like that. So you're getting the whole package there. Here's what I'll say. Features. Uh, oh, so that's, sorry about that, Toshi. We'll hopefully can catch the next one. We'll have another one next week. Yeah, the design looks good. I like the design. Here's what I'm gonna criticize though. A little bit too much makeup, for my opinion. Just for, in my opinion, I'm not feeling the black lipstick. A little bit too much around the eyes. I kind of like the little cheeks, and a little bit too much white on the face. Just my opinion. But I do like the hair, the body, everything looks nice. So overall, it's fine. Pretty happy with it. Let's give her an 8 out of 10. Give her an 8 out of 10. Probably be a 9 out of 10, because especially since this is probably an original character, so I don't really need to know anything. But that is part of the goth vibe. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not big on that part of the goth vibe. I'm not saying that it's bad and it doesn't fit this character. This character looks fine for what she does, for what they're going for. But it's just not my taste. So, all right, real quick, I'm going to real quick go and check if there has been any new ones. So if you did not get yours in yet, well, now I might add it. I don't think we've gotten any, but I'll check. Let me see here. Uh-oh. We got... do I see any? I don't think so. I think most people have already responded to. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and I see yours here. So we'll go ahead and we will do this one. I was waiting for someone to do Mao Mao. Mao Mao is one of my favorite characters of all time. Definitely another character that earns the 10 out of 10 rating here. Glad to see somebody knew where to add her to. I do have to click off of here because my luck. My replies, knowing that, will somebody will end up posting hentai in them. But we have Rin here. I think this is a popular enough character. We have to talk about her. She's iconic. Like, she's iconic. Like, I haven't watched this series, but she is iconic. Ow, I poked my lip. 8.5. If I knew more about her, maybe higher, but 8.5. Let's go back here. Hang on. I gotta scroll through all the ones that I've already replied to. Here, I'll just add some to to the chat here, and then we'll go through and do it. If anyone does have any questions while I'm doing this, feel free to ask, and then I'll answer those real quick. But give me just a moment, and we will do that. And if you added, by the way, if anybody's coming through now and they're at it, like saying, hey, do you have, can I add it? Probably not, because it probably just wouldn't pop up on here. But feel free to go ahead and add it to the thing, and I will try to get it up next time. Also, I have a question. For people that have been here for multiple streams, has it always been streaming in 720p? Have I always been in 720p? Because I didn't know that. But then I tried to edit some streams, and it was all in 720p. And what's it on right now? Because I changed something to try to make it do it in HD. I can't stream in 4K. That'd just be way too much. But what's the streaming quality right now? Does it suck? I don't know. Someone tell me. I think so. It's 1080 for me. That's a giant Nezuko plush. Yeah, Nezuko's back there. We took her to the Demon Slayer movie. If you want to go check that out, it's up on the channel. Feel free to do that. 1080. Sweet. I don't know why. Has it always been 1080, or is it just 1080 today and it was 720 before? Because I tried to edit it, and I tried to edit the Ecchi Expo stream, and it was 720p, and it was blurry, like really blurry, so I just didn't even bother editing that one. So hopefully I will be able to go through and edit this one, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyway. Okay. So now we are back, and I have a few more here. I don't have a lot, but I have a few. We'll look at these. Now, I did not grab everybody's. I just grabbed some of the interesting ones here. Went to Hollywood and saw the movie 720 for me. I'm pretty sure the previous streams I watched, you were in 720. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But anyway. All right. Anyway. But I don't have a lot here. I just have a few. And if anybody does, all right, last chance. If you are currently watching this stream and you want to go if you want to go and I need to click off that. If you want to go and share, and to add your waifu to the thing, here's a link in chat. Go to this link and comment it in that thing. And once you do that, this is the last warning. If I don't see it on there, I will not grade it, because this is the last chance. So if you want to add yours in, you're watching right now, you're saying, I want my waifu graded, go to that link, you can do it right there. But anyway, once I get through these, which is probably going to take me like 5-10 minutes, that'll be it. So real quick, go ahead and do it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get through it here. I don't know how long I should stay on this frame here, but this is Azul from Gashimo Magical Girls here. To be honest, she's not my favorite. She's a good character, though. She's a good character, and I like waifu-wise. She's down bad. But I'm gonna give her I think all the characters in this show are really good. I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna give her a 9 out of 10. I think Sulfur is probably the one I would give a. I'd probably give Sulfur a 8.5. I'd probably give Magenta a 9.5. And then I don't know what I'd do with the other ones. Ask me on Twitter, and we'll see. All right, so for this one, I assume they mean this one? This girl? I assume we're talking about this girl. Would you do a rating followers favorite figure sometime? Yeah, that would be fun. Probably I would do I would give you like a week to enter. This one I just did it today, so it really wasn't that much of a heads up. But yeah, I would be interested in doing something like that. I assume I mean this one, and if so, she's very cute. Tummy, petite, blonde. 8.5. Were they talking about the blonde one? The blonde one's great. I like the blonde one. Okay. Kureha from One Piece. Okay. So, if I go like this, woman. Tummy, but you got a piercing. That can take away a little bit. Sometimes. Sometimes it can work, sometimes it don't. I don't think it works for a while here. This does look like a biker grandma, which I don't know this character, but I'm going to give her a 5 out of 10. Because I'm not feeling the biker grandma. With all due respect, what is this? Like this stream or this woman? Because this stream I can explain. This woman, I have no idea. I honestly could not. All right. Age like wine, I guess. I guess, man. I guess. Gilf. I guess, man. But I can't get into One Piece art style. Yeah. I feel like I'd like One Piece, but it's just, I don't know. I struggle enough to get through 24 episode series. Okay, so some vintage stuff here. So it seems like they are. Oh no, they're wanting to do both. Who is she? Like this character here. This character. Who is she? Is she this one or is she this one? If that's a 5, that 6.5 you gave before stings more. Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to give like a 4. Like, here's the characters that would get a 4 just off the top of my head. Hina from Domestic Girlfriend would get a 3 out of 10 in my opinion because I don't like her as a character. I mean, there's characters that would, but that is Raleigh. Right is Riley Vincent. Okay. Okay. So this is Riley Vincent. So this, and this are the same character. These are really attractive characters. Like this is a type of anime character that doesn't get made very much anymore. Both of these are very. I'm just gonna give a. It's an attractive scale. It's not a. I don't know anything about these characters. But they're both 8.5 for me. Nice thighs. All right. Left is K, right is. Oh, okay. Well, let's do. I think 8.5 fits. Not the same characters. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. 8.5 for the whole batch. She's a baddie for being 141. Okay, yeah, 141, I think she's doing all right. Here we got Chisato from Licorice Recoil. I'm a big Chisato fan. I've got her uniform over there. I got a bunch of figures of her over there. She's on the same scale as Lucy for me. I don't think she's quite to that 10 out of 10. I think there's about, now that I think about it, there's probably about 4 characters that would be a 10 out of 10 for me. Let me think. No, there'd be 5 characters that would be a 10 out of 10 for me. Mao Mao and Taki is one of them. Probably Chizuru Kano from Love Live, and Azusa from K-On! Those would be my 5 10 out of 10s. But Chisato's there. Like, she's there. So, 9.75. Wait, is there a season 2? For Licorice Recoil? Not yet. Not yet. Yun from Konosuba. I was shocked we didn't get a Megaman. I thought somebody would have said Megaman. Yun is great. I actually like her quite a bit. I know most people kind of, are not huge on her, but I like Yun quite a bit. I'm going to give her an 8.5. Not my favorite from the show, but I do like her quite a bit. Miyuki from Lucky Star. I am a big Lucky Star fan, to be honest. I like Lucky Star quite a bit. Now, I'm going to be honest. While this is a great waifu, she's not my favorite character. She's not. She's just okay. And I'm going to give her an 8 out of 10. I'm not going to hate on her. She's a good character. I enjoyed her in the series. But as for my ranking of, like, best girls from the series, she'd probably be 4th out of the main, 4. So that's just my opinion. We've got you from Love Live here. Now, as a Love Live waifu here, she's on the top tier of Love Live waifus. But as for a character, she is just okay, in my opinion. I think she's one of the more dull ones, to be honest, but I think she's fun. Kaguya. Now, Kaguya is great. I love her. I think she's fantastic. Now, is she the best girl from her show? Not necessarily. I do think I think this show is full of amazing characters. I think this whole show is full of amazing characters. Still pronouncing Yu's name wrong. I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, Kaguya, I think, is a great character. The whole cast is great. I think she's a 9 out of 10. Yeah, solid. We got one more until we check again. We got Ruby Rose here. I believe this is from Ruby. Yeah. Hot take. I think Ruby is a great character in a show that I could never get into. I tried. I really did. I used to be a big Rooster Teeth fan. I still listen to the Bernie's Morning Somewhere podcast. I was listening to that today while I was at work. So I'm a big Rooster Teeth fan. I've got Member First merch in my closet right now. I put a lot of it up, really, because I just didn't really care. But I didn't get rid of it. I still am a big fan. But I think her character design's cool. Do I think the show is that good? Not really. Now, that's not to say it's bad, but it was not for me. All right. Last chance for anyone to add their stuff in. I say it's the last chance, but you've already pretty much had your chance. So, let's see here if we got any submissions. I'll check and see. Okay, we have gotten a few. Okay. Hang on. They're mixing. They're mixing with the new stuff and with the old stuff here. I'll add them. Feel free to ask any questions while we're doing this, and I'll try to answer while I'm getting all this set up here. Let's see here. Bear with me. Bear with me. We're getting there. There wasn't a ton, so it's not going to take too long. There is one of these that I have absolutely no clue who it was, and they did not tell me who it was. So I hope whoever did that is here. There are a few interesting ones here, though. Yeah, that one will be fun. And we'll check the spam. And then this one. Okay. Yeah, we'll add her in. All right. Let me check my notifications real quick. All right, we'll add these in. I think that's about it. Yep. All right, let me go back up to where we started. Okay. How long did it take you to build the collection behind you? Right about at 5 years and a month. I've been collecting since August 6th of 2020, and it's September 25th of 2025. So there you go. Okay. Moving on here, we got our last little batch here. We got Ito. Ryan, I think I got yours. I think. If not, let me know. I think it's right. I think. I don't know. I think I did. Anyway, we'll see. If you read them wrong, no, I'd be surprised if you remember. Joga, DM it to me if I don't do it real quick. Okay. Anyway, I told here. Elf girl, short hair, neat design here. Don't see a lot of her lower half. I don't know what she's from, but she's cute looking. Give her a 7.5. Oops. 0.5 out of 10. Oh. All right, we got Komone from Icon. All right, she's very well endowed. She's very well endowed. I do not know how she gets anything done because I don't think if she put her arms like this, I don't think they would meet. I'm pretty sure she would like only reach to about here. I feel like this is painful to a certain extent. Not only that, but this ribbon is way too big. But she does have cute hair. Also, those eyebrows are very big. She's cute. But, woo! Those are some massive airbags. Yep. So thick that eyebrows. Yeah, the eyebrows are real thick. I'm gonna give her a 6 out of 10. I know 7 out of 10 because everything's bigger. Anyway, moving on. Oh, Call the Night Girl. Yeah, I need to watch this. This show has escaped me, but I need to watch this. Like, to be honest, this is a fantastic design. Like, this is a unique design. It's immediately recognizable. I do have the Nindroid of this because I was like, I just want the Nindroid of this. It's etchy, but it's not. It's not a just etchy design just on the fact. I don't know enough about her to give her a real high score, but I do like her design quite a bit. 8.5. Ami here. So this is hang on. Yeah. I thought it was her, but I wanted to make sure it was her because I've never seen Ami smile this much. But this is my favorite character from Toradora. I like Ami a lot. I think she's a complex character. I think she is kind of unique in that she has this like what you think is going to be like this character archetype, and it is definitely not. There is a lot of layers to her character, and I like that quite a bit. I also think she is the best looking out of all of the characters from that show. 9 out of 10. Now, I don't know what she's from. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know what this is from. However, tummy, armpit, thighs. 9 out of 10. Here's the one. I don't know what this is. I just don't know. Can somebody please tell me who this is? That's from Idolmaster? Or this is from Idolmaster. I don't think this... Is this from Idolmaster? This is Rukia. I don't know. It's cute. I find it very cute. Bleach. Okay. She's cute. I like the little skirt thing that she does. 7 out of 10. I do like the character. Like this is a really good character design. This is a solid character design. Otherwise, I don't know anything about her. So 7 out of 10. Okay. So we got a few here. I'm not gonna regrade Ruby. I'll just go ahead and give it the same thing that I did on the other one. What'd I give Ruby? 7.5? I think I gave her a 7.5. And I think I've done, excuse me, I think I did her as well. She's an 8 out of 10. This girl here, because she's just like this is just like, she could step on me and I wouldn't be mad. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't like this art style. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it a bit. 6 out of 10. Same thing with this. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling it. It seems like these are characters to where they just don't look interesting to me. Like they just don't. Like this does not seem This gives off side character vibes, and this gives off they couldn't be bothered to animate the character. 6 out of 10. But anyway, Kana. I thought we'd get more Oshinoko girls, but apparently not. Apparently this is our only Kana. This is our only Oshinoko girl, and it was Kana. Here's my hot take. Kana's one of the worst girls in the show. I have a bad opinion on Oshinoko as a whole right now, but Kana is not my favorite. Kana never really has been my favorite. But she's fine. I think she's okay. 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, 7.5. By the way, if any of you sent me something and it's not in this little batch right here, send it to me now in DMs. Otherwise, it will not be read off. We got Mommy here from Rent a Girlfriend. We got one girl from Rent a Girlfriend, and it was her. Guess what? I don't hate her. I think she's better than Sumi. I think she is the 4th best girl in the show, but I think she's better than Sumi. 7.5 out of 10. I think, here's the thing. None of the girls got recommended. Chizuru would have been a 10 out of 10. Yaemori would have been a 9.25. Ruka would have been a 9.75. Sumi would have been a 6.5. Mommy was a 7.5. Okay. I DM'd. Okay. Tobichi. I'm going to give it a hot take right now. I think this, like expressionless type girl here, I think it's an overdone trope, and I don't like it. And, average chest, average thighs, 6 out of 10. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Okay, I'm going to save this one for last. I have no clue what this is. Yotsuba. Now, Yotsuba, I already said, was my second favorite. Itsuki is my favorite, but I think Yotsuba is a solid second place, and I think she's a solid 9.5 out of 10. Very good girl. All right, now this one. I have no clue what this is. I have no clue. This is Melon. I'm not going to look at this very long. The account is just Melon-chan. Melon-chan. They don't follow me. They have a lot of followers. And it's just a woman with a melon. That's not a woman. But it's a melon. So... Wait. Melon out of 10. All right, let me go real quick and look at the DMs and see if anybody got one to me. Oh, yeah, I got it. I got it now. Let me send this to... Yeah, I see that you commented it, but why didn't it pop up? This post is hidden. Oh, well, that sucks. Okay. So we'll do one from here then. This is from Rimpist. I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know if what you're going for with that name, but that name's awful close to other things. Anyway, uh, this is an adorable little character here. You're in chat, I believe. So I will give her a rating of. I don't know where she's. I don't know the anime she's from. So I'm just basically purely based on looks, and I'm gonna give her a 9 out of 10 for that. But yeah. Yeah. There we go. All right, so this character from Is the Older Rabbit. I don't know why this did not pop up, because like you responded to it, and it says I have 86. I did not respond to 86, but anyway, yeah. Here's the one thing about Is the Older Rabbit. Is the Older Rabbit gets a bunch of new characters later in the show, and then it gets more if it ever got a season 4. And I really just wish we would have gotten more seasons. Maybe we will someday. As for this character, as for pretty much all the Is the Older Rabbit characters, she's got a great design. Like, this is just fantastic. As for a rating, let's give her an 8 out of 10. I don't remember. You said she was from the anime, but I don't remember her a lot. But I have seen her design, and I think she's very pretty. So, last chance here. Did anybody do it in this? I don't think so. Okay. We got 2 more, and then we're gonna end it off, or at least end this conversation. Go there. I'll go there, and all right. So we've got this girl. This is from the new anime where they all bang one another all the time. She is, not gonna lie, I like the vibe she's giving off. I like this quite a bit. I'm gonna give her a 9 out of 10, even though I haven't watched this yet. I plan to, but she's giving off nice vibes here. I like this. Anyway, moving on. And I wanted to keep this one because it's Ruri from Ruri Rocks. We already did the other girl. I said I liked her a little bit better. I like her character quite a bit. She would come off as bratty to kind of some other people, but I like her a lot because honestly, she reminds me of me, to where I'm kind of like, I'm not interested in this. But then whenever I actually try it, I'm like, yeah, I am interested in that. 9.5 out of 10. I like her quite a bit. One of my favorite characters from the year. Okay, so that is all of them for this rating. I put this. Oh, she looks better in the anime than in the novel. Are you talking about the one girl from the anime where they all bang? I assume you are. But yeah. I don't know if this beat out the collection review thing, but either way, if it did not, still, thank you guys. We kind of averaged like 20 viewers this stream, so pretty cool. Who's your top 5? My top 5 would be, in no particular order, Asusa from K-On!, Kanan from Love Live, Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries, Chizuru from Run a Girlfriend, and Taki from Teasing Master Takiya-san. With my top 10, adding on to that, would be Chisato, Lucy, Itsuki, Sayu, and Ruka. So, yeah. That is my opinions. So let me know what yours is. If I did not get to yours today, we will do something more like this in the future. Now, next week, what we're going to be doing is I will be doing... hang on. Let me find it. I made the art. I made the thumbnail already. On Monday, you can be expecting the... hang on. On Monday, the... wait. Let's see if this works. Yeah, hang on. No, that's covering my thing. Hold on. Anyway. There. Next week, we'll be doing this. So on Monday, I'll be putting out the final video from the every anime that I've ever watched series, or every anime ever ranked. It'll be a Studio Ghibli video. And then next Thursday, what will be happening is I'm going to be I'm going to be ranking my first 100 anime. So we're going to do my all 100 anime. We're going to rank them on a tier list. I'm going to decide which one was the best, which one is the worst. And we'll have a really fun time, I think. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And then also, I think we'll probably do another Lego set here in a couple weeks. I thought that was pretty fun, and we might do like a bigger one that takes us like, 4 or 5 hours. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably do that video on a Friday. So stay tuned for that. I also am working on trying to get a capture card so that we can do some capture card and do some streaming stuff where we do like some gaming and stuff. I think that would be fun. Oops. Is girlfriend on the list? Girlfriend is... Hang on. Here's my 100 anime. Here's my anime watch order. This is the date they were finished. So, like, it's Wataten, Toradora. I'm not going to go through all of them. But this is the first 100. So, girlfriend is 112. So, 112. So, that'll be in the next 200. So, but yeah, I keep a running list so that it's easy for me to remember and everything. But I do want to get a capture card so that we can do some gaming. I do want to have more videos like this. I thought this was pretty fun. I might do that to where it's like, show me your favorite figure from your collection. Show me your favorite manga. Favorite anime, I grade that. And then I ask you like random questions. I think that might be fun. So we'll do more like that in the future. But anyway, video will be out on Saturday. I'm not sure exactly which one will be out yet, but there will be a video out on Saturday, short out tomorrow. Every anime ever ranked part 10 will be out on Monday. Wednesday will be the September collection update, and that'll be it for September. But anyway, and then I'll be back next week for the first 100 anime review ranked. So anyway, and then shorts all next week. We're pretty much caught up right now, and I'm actually able to watch some anime right now, so that's pretty cool. What will be your 400th anime? I have no idea. We just did 325, and 325 was Musume. So I'll probably do, I don't know. One of them will be Jujutsu Kaisen. That just depends. So, but anyway, that's all for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. I did enjoy having a good amount of people here tonight. I thought it was pretty cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks again. I can't remember who put it out. Metal. Hang on, I can't read your full name. Metal Chrome X. Thank you for the super chat. That was great. I haven't got a super chat in a few weeks, so that's really cool. And anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day or